Chalk Talk will break down the football teams of this week in regards to how they play offense and defense. Today I'll start off with the Red Army's offense, and later talk about the Yellow Jackets offense. Start out with the Red Army offense. That is the McGill Redmond football team led by Matt Connell, start quarterback of the Red Army. Basically what I'm diagramming right now is a basic formation that they have, which is 2 receivers on each side of the ball, with the snapper being in the middle and Connell being right here. What Matt Connell does really, really well for the Red Army is the fact that when he gets the ball, he usually steps to his right, where he does a 3-step drop right to his right side, and he'll roll out. And when he rolls out, he likes to look for guys on the opposite side of the football field. In case in point against Turf Toe last night, what happened was he did a little 3-step drop towards his right, and he found his middle guy, his slot back receiver, open for the post for the touchdown. That was the key thing for Matt Connell. The key thing for Matt Connell overall is his throws. Great trajectory on his throws. Example being to his deep guy who ran a deep route on the Turf Toe DBs. He keeps the ball up in the air just perfectly for his McGill guys, for his Redmond Army guys to catch that football. The key to Matt Connell's success is the fact that he likes taking that 3 steps, rolling out, and throw that football. However, the nice part about Matt Connell doing that is that when he does a little rollout to his right, he limits himself to 1 football field and tends to do a lot of crossbody throws, which could cost him against better teams later on in the season. On to the Yellow Jackets offense, Division I football team. They're 0-2. Got off to a tie for week 1. Last night they played Montreal's Finest and they got slaughtered. But their offense has weapons. I mean, look, their snapper, former CFLer, Brad Collinson, great snapper, gets that ball to whether it's Ricky Martin or the backup quarterback. The success to the Yellow Jackets offense is the fact that when they run trips, now what that means by trips, that means 3 receivers on one side of the football field. They are able to stretch out the football field with the speed that they have on that thing, with Patrice Bernard, Ricky Martin, Brad Collinson. An example being, one key play that they had against the Montreal's Finest was the 10-yard in by Patrice Bernard, who ran it perfectly, and Ricky Martin had time. Given the fact that Ricky Martin was very elusive, he's able to go either right or go left to create more time for himself and for his receivers to get open. 2 plays that they had success against Montreal's Finest was the deep ball to the deep receiver over here, who ran it deep, Alain Rousseau, Ricky Martin again, who was the quarterback, and Patrice Bernard. These guys had success last night in regards to what they did on offense. Yellow Jackets has pieces in place for them to be good. However, they need to start playing like that, as former Concordia Stingers playing for the Yellow Jackets in the office. That's Mo Khan's Chalk Talk. Stay tuned for next week's episode.
And we're back for the final segment of the show. It's 5 plays left where we're going to be asking quick questions. We want quick answers. First thing that comes to your mind, go with your heart, go with your mind. I don't care, but just give me an answer. So the first question we're going to ask is, who are the best additions to a team in FlagPlus football in Divisions 1, 2, and 3? So we'll start off with Division 1. Best addition, Mo, in your opinion?
Best addition right now, I think it's been Karim Puliche with Notre Dame. You saw the evidence right now.
I'm going to go with Puliche. It's an easy answer because he's their team. Exactly, Karim Puliche.
Clean sweep, Carmen Puliche. What about Division 2?
I can say Mo Khan, but I'm not going to say Mo Khan.
Not an addition, you were with them before.
Well, no, I came back this year, though.
It's not an addition, it's...
Well, anyway, right now, no one. I haven't seen anyone just yet who's been a good addition for any new team so far.
I'll probably go with my boy Haney on shot. Him or Andrew Adams. And I'll have to go with my boy Marty Tugas on the Kings.
That's a good point. Definitely some good players there. And then Division 3, who you got?
My boy Darren Basmajan with Vitamin C. Going with you, man.
I'm going with Martin Tugas, Vitamin C. And I think they'll play off down the road, Rick Cummins with the U.
Alright, well, you know, one thing I just wanted to break in about that, we were talking about last week how Ravi Mehta never made the jump up, but if he had made a jump to another team, they would not be able to add those 2 players in Rick Cummins and Metzger. So you see where the...
Well, let's be honest, the U doesn't need these players. The U needs something else on their team.
So you're saying what you're saying, I don't care.
They need a Brady, not a Pennington. I'll leave it at that.
Quarterback camps.
Brady, not Pennington.
Quarterback camps.
Taking shots.
Corner. Go to corner.
So that's it for the best additions. Now we're going to talk teams struggling out of the gate right now that you're kind of a bit worried about, a bit surprised by.
Yellow Jackets, for the amount of time that they have, all these former Concordia Stingers, this team should be 0-1-1.
CLR Forces, I've watched a couple of your games. I just can't believe you guys aren't putting them all away. I agree. They were in the finals a couple of years ago, and they're only haven't won a game yet. So.
Okay, that was Division 1, so now Division 2.
Division 2, I'm going to say Rochester Shockers, man. I mean, for coming out of the gate so slowly, I mean, you guys should be 2-0 without 1-1 and barely beating the Convicts last week. It's not something that you want to keep.
The Convicts aren't a great team?
Like I said, you shouldn't keep them until the last minute of the series.
18-7 killer bees high rollers.
We're 2-0, man.
That's fine.
We're limousine right.
You got to be the Express next week.
Who? Exactly.
Oh my God. Anyways. I'm going to go with Voodoo. You were a first seed. How are you 0-2 starting the season? I
Tough recovery, it's true. Rayan.
Water Buffaloes 0-2 already. Great hopes for everybody, but
they're going to get it done. Yeah. They're going to make the playoffs.
They've been close enough.
Scoring points.
Buffalo's had a little controversy towards the end of the game, so you can't fault them for the 0-2 start.
Buyers.
Stats don't lie.
And then Division 3, you guys got struggling teams out of the gate.
Oh, we can talk about it again. Old dead horse again.
Poor guy, man.
The two man. Quarterback camps, man. Quarterback camps, man.
How do you go 9-1 and then start 1-1?
So winter, spring, you can't compare. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. All right. Do I assume you're going with the U as well?
I think it's a clean sweep again. It's the U, man.
Quarterback camps, man. Just like Howie and Matt Vital, man. Quarterback camps.
Brady not penning
horrible. Absolutely.
Controversy. Tony today.
All right, guys. Enough. We're gonna go to picks for game of the week. So last week, let's just look at what happened. Mo was 1-2 going into the week's picks. He went 2-1. He's at 500 now, 3-3. But let's talk about the polar opposites here. Ross, who was 1-2 going into last week's picks, 3-0.
Insider information.
He's at 4-2 there. And then Rayhan, who was 1-1 and leading the pack, even though he abstained from one game, he went 0-3. Now he's 1-4. So Rayhan has some catching up to do. So we'll see now if Ross is going to be able to keep his lead. So the first game to look at, Division 1, the one we pulled out was Engineers versus the Hurricanes. Mo.
Hurricanes.
Bye-bye Engineers, perfect. Record.
Hurricanes.
Engineers 2-0, nobody. So you're all on the Hurricanes.
Hurricanes are going to win. Blow them out. No pun intended.
It won't be blown out, though.
That's terrible.
No pun intended.
All right. We'll see what happens. Division 2, High Rollers versus the Express. Mo, don't wuss out here. Pick your team.
You don't have to say it anymore. It'll be close, though. I think it'll be close.
It's going to be a tough game, Shenard.
Give it to us.
I'm going to give it to High Rollers.
Thanks a lot, man. 3-0, baby.
I won't give it to you guys. I'll take Express to win this game.
Got my Christmas list already on.
All right, so that's the picks there. Division 2. Let's go into Division 3 now. Flying Weasels, a game that was a team that was part of our pick of the week last week against the Sharks. They won. Flying Weasels now playing the Beauties, a team that's doing pretty good so far. What you got?
Flying Weasels. Sorry, Matt. I gotta take the Flying Weasels, man.
Any team with Matt Yanofsky, I'm betting against.
I'm
going to Flying Weasels.
He's going to take the High Rollers.
That's because Mo Khan, he's got a loaded team. I don't know so much if it's Matt Yanofsky's GM skills or playing skills.
Yeah. The Beauties are going to give me getting quite a rude awakening. It's going to be Flying Weasels.
But he did throw a touchdown pass, though, for the Beauties last week, Matt Yanofsky.
All right, interesting. Division 4, two teams that I talked about earlier. Cardinals were the former Longhorns. They're trying to make something happen. Cobras put up 53 points. Highest scoring team after one week. You know what I mean. After 1 week. Who you got?
Cardinals, Horns, baby.
Cardinals, I love you guys. You padded my stats like crazy last year. I'm going with you guys to win this.
Based on stat pad.
I'll take Cobras.
Just to be different.
Yeah, well, I'll have to.
He's got to catch up.
He's got to catch up. We don't have any picks for Toronto, Ottawa. They're still, like we said, we're going to be catching up with you guys. Don't feel left out. We're going to get to you eventually. You saw everything you needed to see now, so you're caught up on the week's news in FlagPlus football. So wave the flag. This one's over.
Good night, Bhutan.
One last thing before we go, be sure to check out on FlagPlusFootball.com the information to reach photographer, friend to the league, Phil D'Angelo. He provides in-game photographs, action shots, great stuff. There's some examples on the site. The contact information, price, all those things. If you want to know it, it's a good investment. It's worth the time. It's worth the money. Check it out.